They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Fields on first down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Chicago. 42 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power profile on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chip a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
They try again with Cook. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. James Cook, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. To throw again on second down. Ryan. And that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First and 10, Taylor now. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. This defense for the Bears very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And this is into the hands of Campbell downfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Ryan. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
They run once more with Taylor. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, if we've heard it once, we've heard it 1,000 times. Don't throw late down the middle.
And he did. We see the end result.
Yeah, what you have to do is you got to make sure you manipulate those defenders with your eyes and your head, maybe even some body movement to move them a little if you're going to come back late down the middle.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball, then limit that gain.
And He can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. So that sack backs Ryan the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Open man, Lamb. It's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Again, Fields.
Going for the deep ball. And it's intercepted.
And the Colts are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Ryan down around the goal line. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. 2 minutes to... Half 7-3, our score.
59, ready.
They go play action with Ryan. Forced out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan. He finds his man, complete. It's Payne. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again, Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Indy. 56 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. To throw is Ryan. And he is out of bounds here. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor as the first half is winding down. And the Colts go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, don't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On third down, Ryan. And he'll just get rid of it.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses are finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And this will be a Bears first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw is Fields. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They run the counter with Cook.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brad, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Fields.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Arcega-Whiteside.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Cook is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown.
He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's open. His defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent 1st half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 35 on second down, Ryan, he finds his man, complete. It's Payne. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 42. 23 yards the pickup there. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now it's Fields. That is caught by Lamb. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Fields. Flushed out right. Room here to run. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. They'll try the middle with Cook. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They run it again with Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Gotta hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw out to the perimeter. Maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will get the lead up to 7. Patterson's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Ready, blue 80. 21.
Throwing now is Ryan. His throw incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Ryan to throw. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.